Steve Birdley in Boxing TV, joined by Pete Mercer. Weekend after Contenders Fight Night 2. Firstly, just put it in the words how that show went, Pete.
From a perspective of someone who's bought a ticket to come and watch it, it was outstanding. It was the show was amazing on that front. It was a sellout. The atmosphere was outstanding. The atmosphere was electric, and now I'm thinking, how do we even top that?
So, should we start on the fights?
Well, I was hoping to start on something else very quickly.
Of course, yeah.
Right, so Rocky Williams, we've spoken on the phone. I haven't spoken to Brendan or Sarah, but I've had a really good, I've been through a real steep, sharp learning curve for this show. The first one went so well that I kind of mentally thought this would go just as smooth, but things like the weigh-in, well, first of all, like, if you picture this big tree with loads of branches off it, there's things going on everywhere on this tree. Imagine that's a fight show, right? And if you ask me what's going on, I know where everything is. Do you understand what I mean? But to get that information across to other people, can sometimes, it doesn't come out of my head. There's no kind of simple, I need one source of information. So this big tree of info, everything needs to be scattered everywhere with post-it notes. It is on my desk and be on the trunk and on one solid spreadsheet that is easy to understand. Because you ask me a question, I'll get it. I know where everything is, but I made mistakes with weights. I said one thing, I forgot saying it. I forgot that post-it note even existed, that message. Then I wrote something else down, and it just makes me look like I'm cheating or being untoward, and there's nothing like that going on at all. So I made some mistakes. I've now realised I need to take on some help. I can't do everything myself. So my missus, bless her, she's a project manager and tries to take my information on a Friday to make it hers, so she can take care of it. You know what it's like when she turns up. You turn up and she gets everything sorted for me. And she said this is a mess. So the spreadsheet that she uses from this point on, I'm going to use that to start with from the very beginning, so nothing gets lost. Anything that's agreed and said isn't lost in translation or lost in this stupid noggin. To stop people being unhappy and me making mistakes, because I apologise massively to the fighters who turned up and made weight spot on, and then my guys rock up. I had one lady who rocked up at the weight I told her to, heavyweight. She lost like 8 kilos, but it still wasn't what I agreed with the other camp, and I forgot that. So I apologise to Batcave. That mistake that made me look like an absolute tool won't happen again. You got my word. Rocky, we spoke on the phone and I've apologised, so I've got to learn from my mistakes. I've got to take them on the chin. It just turns out that the mistakes I made, it's like a baseball bat. There's so many. So bam! I'm going to take them, learn from them. They will never happen again. That's the first thing I want to say. Apart from that, oh, and at the weigh-in, the scales broke. So next time I'll make sure I've got 2 sets of scales ready to go.
And that's it. It's a massive learning curve, isn't it? It's a big show. It's a big show, so
I can't. Yeah, I need to. I can't do it all myself.
So let's go on the positives in the show. I've got to say, from all my pals, what an amazing night that was. Everyone had value for money.
Didn't they? Yeah. It was amazing. It was an absolutely amazing atmosphere.
Talking of atmospheres, should we start my fight?
2 right.
Okay. Do you want to
go? I'm sure you're all aware that Steve he's my mate. We got to know each other through Stuart, and we're on the same page. Great guy, but he fought my fighter, Brad, and an absolute ding-dong between 2 gentlemen. Very, very, very close fight. And the knockdown is at the 4th round?
In the 5th round.
The 5th round, the knockdown was...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I swayed it.
Yeah, it did, yeah, I think that's...
I've got people saying they thought you won.
Yeah.
I got a text this morning, like, I still think Steve won. The fact that you're just going forward like a Terminator, just non-stop. Sometimes you got clipped on the escape. You got eaten some massive uppercuts, and then you're coming back just driving heavy shots onto Brad, and because he's on the back foot, your jabs made knock his head in the air.
Yeah.
It was a close fight. the knockdown made it go Brad's way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not the judge though. I'm just Brad's coach, and I'm happy that he won.
And that's it, isn't it? I wanted, if I lost, I hadn't done it for 5 years, so I had to go from 11 weeks from nothing to. So I thought, if I lose, I just want to leave it all out there. Do you know what I mean? And I'm quite glad it was a split decision as well. It's not as if I got a man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't get. It wasn't a whitewash in any way. It was a really good competitive fight.
I was very, very concerned going into that fight that Bradley would just completely school me, and I just follow him around like a puppy. Do you know what I mean? Just getting popped and popped. So it was always really important for me to put loads of high pressure on him. But again, you're going to make mistakes. I'm not Roy Jones Jr. I don't know why I'm jumping into left hooks. And I was begging the ref. I knew it was. I didn't think he'd seen the shot, and my momentum would have probably taken me down anyway. But he clipped me, and I was like, "Oh, ref, please, that was a slip." And he goes, "I know." And when he started counting, I was like, "Oh."
It looked like, because I've watched it a few times. You went for a shot, and as you've gone for it, your one leg's off the ground, and it's caught you flush on the head and kind of spun you mid-air like a bottle top.
Yeah. But it is what it is. It's boxing. I lost to an absolute gent. He was a pleasure to deal with.
Yeah.
His fans are cool as you like.
They are really nice people.
Do you know what I mean? And a lot of them were really respectful to me. I've been respectful to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's no need for all the bad blood. And
listen. Why would I want to motivate anyone to beat me up more? Guy, we were cool all the way through. We had a war.
Yeah.
So no, fair play to him. I'd like to see him fight again, mate. That'd be
I'd like to see Steve do it again, but it's up to Steve because, you know, if you ever wanted to, because now you've got a camp where you're just simply getting sharp rather than shifting all the weight.
That was what it was, yeah.
But it's that's down to you, my friend.
I thought it was a boring fight because when you're in there and I didn't hear anything, and I come out, it goes, "What a war!" That was like that atmosphere was like the O2. That's not good.
It was insane.
You don't know what's going on in there, so
yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. So yeah, congrats to him. He's the new title holder. The other title fight, Brendan Moore.
So Brendan Moore, he was due to fight a guy called Cy Faulkner from the House of Pain, who was the House of Pain lot are all game as mustard. So thank you, House of Pain. And then so what happened was Cy Faulkner had a chest infection leading up into the weigh-in week.
Yeah.
And I got the phone call Wednesday or Thursday, but he said I've got Billy stepped in.
Yeah.
And I said, are you happy with it? Because he fights at super middleweight on Queensbury.
Yeah.
He said he's a really good boxer. He knows his way around the ring.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it? Well, I wouldn't offer it to him, but he's come to me asking for it.
Yeah.
He's at that weight. He's keen.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be a really good competitive fight. Like Brendan is, he's a high pressure come forwards banger.
Yeah.
He's got good skills, but he comes in so aggressive that sometimes that leaves you open.
Yeah.
And Billy Coleman, he countered him with the right hand that put him down. After the fight, like I said, that was a really, really good competitive fight. Brendan won on points, and after the fight, he was like, "I thought we thought I'd bang him out."
Yeah.
I soon realised that it's not the case, and I had to box.
Good fight, another good fight though.
Fantastic fight.
And he done well to get up and compose himself after that shot, because that could have stopped a lot of people. That was a big shot he took.
It was. He did really well. I thought it took him about 30-40 seconds to find his feet. I was watching his feet, bit jittery, but you know yourself, if you people can take crazy amount of punishment, but if you get punched and you don't see it coming, or you put energy into a punch,
and the momentum's taking you as well.
Yeah, you can't absorb like a quarter of as much. So
there's so many different types of punches people don't realise, do they? Different types on your head and
different
momentum,
the timing of them.
Timing.
Yeah, so that was a really good fight. So Brendan, I'm already getting phone calls. Like I've got a phone call on the way up here about people wanting to take the fight and challenge him for the belt. So yeah, that's positive.
That's great, isn't it? When you've got people, then that's when the momentum starts building. It's like a runaway train in the end.
I'm hoping, bar the silly mistakes that I've made, I've learnt. Trust me, guys, I've learnt my lesson the hard way, and I'm eating massive humble pie. I apologise, but it's going to be rectified and fixed. Rest assured of that. It's just going to go, yeah.
And then the last title fight, your lad.
So we had 3 fights. The main event was Brendan Moore. Then it was you and Bradley Roberts, and then before that it was Finley Judd and Nicholas Musso. So Nicholas is my guy. I lost a £5 bet, Rocky. I'll get you £5. That's the most important bit of money exchanged. The bet. I know how good Finley is. Like, Finley's good, but I know how good Nicholas is. Nicholas, he came in a kilo overweight.
Yeah.
How
did that happen?
Well, I had 3 people. Bar the mistake I made with making a mistake with Tara.
Yeah.
Not Tara, sorry. Natasha Frampton. I get Lara and Tara mixed up. I'd said we're going to go from like 108, 107 to 100.
Yeah.
Totally forgetting I said 93, 96 to
Yeah.
Lara. My other 3 guys that made me look like an absolute sausage, they made weight. They were celebrating they made weight on Thursday night after boxing. They're all training hard. But then they went and ate in a day. I'm like, guys, making weight then, it's either, it lays on me. I should have been on their case. But I did say, don't go and stuff your face. Wait till you've made weight. So anyway, Nicholas did make the weight on the Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. These are all reasons why coaches got the hump with me, and I totally understand it. So, you know, but Nicholas is good, Finley's good. I thought it'd be a really good competitive fight. For the first 30 seconds, I thought Nicholas is on it, and then Finley just downloaded, calculated the timing, got some crisp shots off, and no ego from me. Nicholas said 2 or 3 fights I haven't fought in 5 years. Give me 2 or 3 fights. I'll be able to beat him.
Yeah.
But Finley's, he looks special, mate.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
He looks special. Finley's amazing work.
And listen, I love that little gym. They work hard in there. They're a good little. It's mental. A little garage, and they're just training hard.
Rocky, when you did the interview there, Rocky made a comment, and he said, Pete's got a lot on his plate. He's putting on this show. He's got all his fighters on. I've got this, and I focus on my fighters.
Yeah.
And at the time when I read that, when I heard it, I thought, Rocky, it's good. I can manage it.
Yeah.
Because we do work hard at the gym.
Yeah.
But he ended up being right.
Yeah.
You know, I do have a lot on my plate. I've got my one-on-ones, which aren't all the fighters. They're just my clients and people I train. Then I've got my clients who are fighting. Then I've got the boxing sessions for the fights. Then I've got the fight show, and they're very lucky to have Rocky as a coach, because they've got that garage and the pit 2.0, and there's nothing else going on there. There's no thinking of promoting. There's no trying to mix some of their workplace with making a living. They're there to get ready for a fight. And like I said, the second show just happened has been a really steep, hard, slap in the face learning curve that it's digested and I'm going to fix.
Yeah.
I need to change my timetable with my guys, because my class does accommodate total beginners walking in, and then it's packed, and it's great for an element of for me, for my day-to-day business. But I need to accommodate. I need to make more of a specific timetable for my guys and my guys only, and like Rocky does with his lads, because they're little beasts.
I'm going to have to upload that fight because I didn't get to watch it, but everyone said it was cracking and he looked special, so congrats to him as well.
Yeah, a big talent.
Any other fights you want to bring up? Because obviously we'll be here all night. It was a big card, but
I've got the clipboard of all the fights. So I had Baz O'Connell from Batcave. He fought my guy Chris. So Chris, 6-7 months ago, has massive anxiety. He's a kind of a recluse, but he's a very, really lovely guy, and just him training was amazing. He wants to fight. He wanted to in the gym. He's doing everything right, and I gave him that talking to. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
I tried to force him out. No, I want to do it. He did really good. Baz looked really good. Chris wasn't ready for the speed of the fight, you know, and full credit to Baz. Just went out and steamed Chris. But that aside, I'm really, really proud of Chris, because it takes balls getting in the ring. So, superb. Lara and Tasha, these first 2 fights are the ones that people, you know, the whole weight issues. There's a bit of Lara's camp think Lara won. The referee thought that Tasha won. I'm not the referee. But one thing Batcave did bring up is they'd like to maybe have judges opposed to the referee scoring. And again, I really trust Az Dagan. I've got no complaints. But in order to keep coaches happy, I might need to bring in judges. The reason I have Daz as the referee and a judge, I give him a clip. This is his clipboard. It's underneath the neutral corner. He scores each round as they go. Because I know he's not going to do me any favours.
Of course.
And we all know everybody. And the last thing I want to do is have judges. And everyone knows everyone. I don't want any bias. Daz doesn't do me any favours. Like, I had like half wins, half losses, same as last show. But if other coaches want judges, I'll get judges in. So I thought Lara and Tasha was a really good fight. And you know, I thought Tash won, and you think Lara won. It's one of those. No one won by a mile, I don't think. There's what's the next one I really liked? Sorrel and Mills. I thought that was a really good technical fight. It was Sorrel won on points, but I thought it was a good fight. They both looked really good. Mike from here, Michael Vaughan.
Oh, Mal's gutted for him. He's a good guy.
Isn't he lovely, right? Superb. Dimitri as well. Like, Dimitri is the one guy. You're the one guy in the gym I'm always shouting at. Get out of slow motion. He's had 4 fights, lost them all.
Yeah.
Just stands there and throws like there's no bother.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dimitri took it. I'm like, if you don't perform and act like you want this, you're not training. You're not fighting. I had strong words with him. He got his first win. I was so made up. Mike, I'm lucky, but I know you guys want to do it again. And Mike, what a great fella. Jim Galton, Ian Glass. I did not see that fight. What do you think?
I didn't watch it either. I didn't watch it.
Ian Glass and so Jim looked amazing, right? Chiseled up, strong. Ian Glass is chiseled up and strong. Jim's more experienced, but been out of the ring 5 or 6 years. Ian has only had a couple of fights. But he's a southpaw and he looked insane. Just caught, I think it was like a lead uppercut. Boom! Just dropped Jim, and Jim, to his credit, it was insane. An amazing fight. So Ian and I'd love to get Ian back, and I can see which direction he's going. And Jim, there's matchups there for you. People who fought on the card. If you're interested, I'll message your coaches and give you some options if you want. Rocky Boy Jr. and Smear. Again, Smear let me down. Made me look like an idiot, and came in 8 all day. Didn't think of adding weight, but he won. And that was a rematch. And them 2 boys are kind of arch nemesis. They're like enemy. They're just young lads who are really nice.
Yeah.
But because they've had they've had 2 fights, and Smear's got them.
Yeah.
They're just strong young characters, like alpha boys. We call them alpha boys. Yeah. And there's a clash of alpha boys there, but they're both alpha boys. Dina, did you see Dina's fight?
Good girl she is. Yeah, I know her well. So.
Wow, like Kirsty and Dina was insane. Kirsty's good. She's like 5-1. Dina's I can't remember Dina's record, but the height difference. Dina was saying like, oh my god, what a terror. That was a really good fight. Yeah, there was just loads and loads of good fights. Loads of good fights. There's too many to go through because we'll be here for ages.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can sit down and digest that another day. It was
yeah.
So how, on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you think that show went for you personally?
6.
6, okay.
Yeah.
So plenty of room for you wanting to do some more. And
yeah.
I've got to say, from all the feedback I've got though, people loved it. Competitive fights, no attitude, everyone was humble. Do you know what I mean? And it was exactly what it's all about. Yeah, I loved it. And I said right from the start, I don't want to start like, oh Pete, but I wanted a fight on your show. I watched that show and I was filming Bradley. And I didn't want to think, I didn't for once think, oh, I could beat him. But I thought, look at his crowd. And I said to you, Can you imagine my crowd and his crowd going at it?
Yeah.
And my vision all come true. Do you know what I mean? It was all, my mates loved it. They loved it. They were buzzing.
I went for a few beers into town afterwards, and it was so much positive, like, love and vibes.
Yeah.
That was amazing. So I say it to Six purely because the show was a big success across the board. I feel embarrassed for making mistakes, which I've learned from. For me, they've overshadowed how good the show was.
You learn from your mistakes, Pete, though. If you didn't make mistakes, there's something wrong. Do you know what I mean? You've got to...
Yeah, true this. That's very true, very true.
Awesome. Really, really good.
Thank you for coming to... I'm looking forward to... Because we had all the cameras around. I'm looking forward to seeing the interviews.
Great footage.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It's going to take me an age, but... I'm a better interviewer than I'm a boxer, mate. So, but mad respect. And can I just quickly say as well, Maximus Gym, Ben helped me do my diet like spot on because I was really panicking. I had to drop a ton of weight, and I never once felt weak. Never once. So hit up Maximus if you ever want any kind of PTs. Hit up yourself Beatbox. Woken ABC were amazing with me. Shane Mosley down here as well helped me out. The love and the support I've got just been amazing, and all the way through just dealing with gents. It was good.
Well, people are happy to get behind. Everyone's this whole fight game is it's a loving network. If you're a lovely guy and you're nice, people get behind you.
Of course.
That's as simple as that. And although you and Brad are going to go and try and take each other out, there's no animosity there.
Of course.
And one thing I'd like to say is when you lost, you got the decision against you, how well you took. There's no strops. There's no like getting out of the ring and having a little baby tantrum.
You look like a baby. That's why I took his hand and I went to my crowd because sometimes people boo. Just show them the respect. Yeah. We're in there. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Records are for DJs, mate. So I'm gutted I lost my own. But if I was going to lose it, I wanted to make all the way. So, but no, like you said, the local gyms all get behind you. Camberley, Frimley, all giving me loads of like support. Yeah. So get yourselves down, guys. If you ever want it and you're motivated for this, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want.
100%. And sometimes you need that little nudge of encouragement. But win, lose or draw, I'm going to challenge you to tell me something that gets you a better buzz.
Oh,
and what's the worst that can happen? By the end, after the fight day, you've chiseled up. You're feeling amazing, and everything's good. Boxing. Do it. It's as simple as that. It's true though, isn't it?
Best buzzing. There's no drug that can ever. Not that I take drugs. There's no drug that can beat that feeling.
There isn't. No.
And I thought I'd be devastated, but I really wasn't. I just felt proud. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. Yeah. There's no such thing as a...
As I've got older and I'm not fighting anymore, one thing I've noticed, my mindset to watching fighters is you lose my fighter's ego. I haven't got it.
Yeah.
There might be a smidge, but it's not that big egotistical. I'll crush you, and that's gone.
Yeah.
And it's I'd love to go back and maybe, if I could have my time back, fight without an ego.
Yeah.
And realise that it's not the end of the world if you do lose. Because I've had fights where I've left in mega pain. I've been beaten up, like I've taken a pasting.
Yeah.
But I won. And you don't mind taking a pasting if you... I just wish I could fight again without the ego, because it'd make you fight different.
Yeah.
For the love of it and not for the I must win.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely words to end it, Pete. Anything you want to finish on?
Thank you everybody who came. I will make this next show flawless as far as my planning goes.
When's the next show?
August 24th.
August the 24th. Same venue?
Same venue. August 24th, same venue. Fights are being made now. I am making a statement now. It's... this goes to my guys too, but across the board, like, if you don't take the training serious and you're gonna make me look bad for missing weight, you don't get on the card, because there is plenty of people wanting on. It's as simple as that. So I've got to up my game. That adjustment's been made. Everyone else got to do the same.
Lovely, mate. And what value for money as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lineal Boxing TV.
Perfect. It's been a lovely journey for me. I've done a little video and I'm so pissed off. I was calling it from chump to champion, so I'm gonna have to change it from chump to challenger now.
Keep it as champion because you still are a champion, mate. But like everyone who does it, they're all champs.
Perfect, mate. Well, lovely way to end it.
Thank you, everybody.